Hello. Right, I'm back playing Satisfactory. I have been for the last week or so. It's been about 11 months since my last video, which is a long time. I have played it a little bit since then, but not that much. But update 3 dropped about a month or two ago, or 3, and things got a little easier for me in real life to enable me to play games, so here we are. I did start this new playthrough a while back. The last 2 videos I posted were from my original Grassland spawn, which was back from the early access test weekend. God bless Coffee Stain devs for for that test weekend. Good times. So, this is my factory. I just want to give you a little tour. I got my cup of coffee, newly added to the game. In photo mode right now with the UI disabled, so you can't see anything. In case you were wondering. Yeah. God, this game is so good. Like, I'm having so much fun playing it. I'm really pleased with the design that I came up for with my base, like, long time ago. Like, I started this game world before Update 3 landed, so, like, I can't remember when. A fair while ago, and I came up with this vertical shaft design, which is like 6 foundations square, and I'm using it to like go up and down between factory floors because I'm really trying to embrace the verticality that this game allows for. You know, you want to expand your factory, you just build another level, and this helps me facilitate. You know, I can use the vertical conveyor belts which have been added to shift things up and down. Works really nicely. These are the statues that have been added in Update 3. There's like sinks. I'll show you one. This is a manufacturer. This thing is a sink. You can route items into it. Let's get out of... Yep, so you can see I've got 5 coupons that I can add to my pile. I'm saving up for 150, so I can get the gold version of these pretty good pioneering ones. There's this one which costs 25, adequate pioneering. This one's pretty good pioneering. And if we go to the shop, you can see Satisfactory pioneering, which is 150 coupons, and right now I've got 90 in storage. Now I've got 95. So what's changed since my last 2 videos? So the 3 main things that they've added are pipes. There's 2 kinds of pipe. There's pipes for liquid resources, water and oil and so on, which I'll show you in a bit. And there's these things, hypertubes. Fucking fantastic. I cannot emphasize how much fun they are. Let me quickly show you pipes. So I've got this one which just takes me from the top floor of my factory to the bottom floor. Just like that. How handy. You can see I've got another vertical shaft design down here which goes down to some oil and other resources. That's just a bunch of constructors building quartz to dump into a sink for easy cheap coupons. I'm working on building supercomputers at the moment, which should help me easily get to the Satisfactory statue. So let's go back up. And I've got, let's see, this one takes me down to my refineries, which I can use to show you the pipes that I'm using to bring crude oil to my base. Now, I have to say that my CPU is 9 years old, so if the frame rate drops during the recording of this video, I'm sorry. Please don't take it as a reflection on the game. The game engine is actually surprisingly polished, considering it's still in early access. It runs really well. But my i7-2600K, which is overclocked to about 4.2, 4.3 gigahertz, is just not cutting it anymore, basically. So I'm probably going to upgrade to a Ryzen 3 700X, and that should get my GPU is a 1070, sorry, which should be more than enough for this game. It's a great GPU, but the CPU just isn't cutting it anymore. And I don't generally upgrade my CPU unless I actually need to. Like, normally that's like when I want to play a game and I can't play it. And I would like to get a smoother frame rate and pump all the settings up to max for recording videos like this. So, anyway, let's have a look at the pipes. There's 2 of them. Now they're kind of floating in the air at the moment, because I haven't had time to... I'm going to use like some support to make it look like that pillar of rock is supporting them. Maybe like another pillar here. So there's 3 oil nodes over there. I've got oil pumps on those, 2 impure nodes and 1 normal. So the impure ones are merged into one pipeline and the normal one is enough for 300 cubic meters a minute. Painted them black, because, you know, why wouldn't you? I'm trying to embrace, like, as an extra challenge, I'm trying to make things look nice. So I've designed this with, like, building walls and, you know, to make everything like sort of proper box-like factories. Trying to paint things and just generally make things look nice. I'm seeing that as an extra challenge. Because I like, pardon me, I like aesthetics in this kind of game. So yeah, oil comes in. Got a bank of 20 refineries making plastic, and that heavy oil residue as a byproduct goes down these, which I haven't painted yet now I think about it. I was going to paint them purple. And they're routed underground. I found out how to do, I think, user on, I think I saw it on Reddit, or no, it's Fractal Source on the Discord. Thank you, Fractal Source. He pointed out that you can, there's a little trick to make it, like, run them through the ground, essentially. And you can see it comes underground and then up around the back of this fluid buffer there. Haven't put in that concrete foundation yet. So there's, yep, you can see this is just like a buffer, so it shouldn't get full, I think, if everything is going properly. Looks about right now, and that's going to these refineries. They make fuel, and then I'm just packaging the fuel up by using a bit of plastic into these 2 constructors. So is this full? No, yeah, this shouldn't get full. And then I'm storing some of the fuel. Should have, yep. And then splitting some of it off into, I'm just keeping the fuel just in case I need it. Splitting the rest of it off into sinks. Now trains were added before update 3. But I experimented before I stopped playing. I'll show you on the map. Before I stopped playing in update 2. The last thing I did was make a very long train. You can't see it, the foundations here. But yeah, I've got a train station here, and there's 4 other oil nodes there. And I'm going to set up another supercomputer production thing here, I think. Or possibly just a proxy base, I'm not sure yet. But the train goes here, and then all the way up north on the edge of the coast, and then here, east-west. Yeah, you can see some of my factory. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You can see some of my factory up here. So the plan is to have this, like, gigantic box actually fully walled up at some point, but until the devs add an official, like, mass construct feature, I don't think I'm going to bother. So yeah, those are 2 main things that update 3 adds. Pipes and hypertubes. Hypertubes for personal transport, and pipes for water, fuel, crude oil, heavy oil residue. I think that's it. Not sure. Oh, I should have taken the hypertube, but never mind. Oh, and they've also added these factory carts. These are so fun and so cute. Let me actually pick it up, because then I can show you the little animation that plays as they sort of self-build. And then this window, like, it's almost as if they're trying to say that fix-it makes broken things or something. Or maybe that's just by design to let some air in. Maybe it's hot on this planet, who knows. Yeah, there's not really much else to show you. And these things are so fast, they go up to like 55 kilometers an hour. I mean, you sprint quite fast if you've got the exoskeleton thing. But yeah. I used to have a coal power plant down here. The nearest coal node was a normal one, just there. Let's hang on. You can just see the miner there. That's where, and this is where my coal power plant was. But then the main thing Update 3 added was the pipes, and they made it so that coal power plants, power generators, require water. So they need coal and piped water, for which makes sense, you know, for steam. So I redesigned the one that I was using all the way over. I'll show you that later on. Yeah. So that's that, and then I've got, talking about coal and that power plant, the last thing, major sort of thing I did was build a hypertube all the way to my coal power plant, just because I thought that would be fun. So if I show you my map, let's just get rid of clean things up a bit. Yeah, so this is my hub, the main base, and me, and if I, how can I easily show it? It's a pity the map doesn't support more things. No, I just realised it's not going to show up on the map. Never mind. So this hypertube here, like in the southeast corner, that one will take me to the coal power plant. I don't think I need to bring anything else with me, so off we go. I probably redesigned this because some of the runs aren't as straight as I would like them to be. This game is so beautiful. Like seriously, it's so beautiful. Unreal Engine 4 is remarkable. And yeah, like, I mean, I'm playing another game right now which doesn't have any graphics at all. It's like an incremental game, runs in your web browser. It's really good. It's called Arcanum. Check it out. Or Theory of Magic, I think it might be called. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I don't need good graphics to enjoy a game. You know, I always believe that gameplay is king. But good graphics are just, they can add an extra level of experience and beauty to the game. Why not? Why wouldn't you? So we're going up here, you can see it, there's my coal power generators. So these, there's 3 pure coal power nodes here. Oh yeah, I was experimenting with like the railgun method, but didn't want to look up a tutorial. I just thought I'd try and figure it out myself, but I didn't figure it out. But I will. Basically, if you add multiple short sections of entrances and hypertubes, each entrance accelerates you a bit. So you can add, you know, have like a long sort of segment and to accelerate you, and then, you know, you'll get to your destination in record time. God, look at that. How beautiful is that? So, yep, this is Mark III miner on a pure coal power node, overclocked with 2 power shards, so I get 780, 2.4. I think if I drop it to 162%, it goes below 780, which is the max speed of these Mark V belts. And that pumps in the coal. And you can see if I go in here, here they are, all these glorious, like if I'm not generating that much at the moment. So I'm at 5.4 megawatts of power. Or no, sorry, 5,400 megawatts, 5.4 gigawatts. 1,800 of that is some geothermal generators, and the rest is these things. And I've painted the pipes blue. So I designed this myself. I'll probably start doing all the pipeline work, the plumbing underground. But this was me figuring out pipes for the first time, because obviously the first thing I needed to do when I started playing again in Update 3 was get my power back online, which is why I've got a few more geothermal generators now, because that was the simplest way for me to get power back up. Yeah, so I came up with this, but I think I would like to do like a sort of like an infrastructure level underneath the generators and do all the pipe plumbing there. But I quite like this design. I think it looks kind of cool. And yeah, let's show you the water generators and pumpers. I kind of don't like the water generators in terms of how they look. I think it could be done better. Like I'd rather the game like required you to build like a building of a certain size. At least some of which goes over some water, and then like have like a pipeline extending down into it or something, and then other kind of buildings. But I think these are just a bit silly. I mean, they are cool, they look cool, I'm not knocking it. It's just, like if you imagined a real nuclear power plant or coal power plant or something, like it wouldn't have these pumping water in, would it? That's my... I guess what I'm saying is that I would prefer it to be a bit more realistic in how it looks. But yeah, so I had lots of power shards, and I know they're best used in miners, but screw that. I just wanted to design, because also I've got a limited space here. I could use this lake, but I'll probably use that for the other two. I'll make 2 more coal power plants like this, because there's 2 more nodes to use. So I need the space over here for that, and I think if I didn't use power shards, I don't think it would be feasible. So yeah, there's 8 of them overclocked to the max, which gets you 300. 300 cubic meters a minute is the max that pipelines can handle right now. So no doubt there'll be tier 2 pipes or something at some point. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with this design. It's not perfect or anything, but it's nice. It works. I mean, it works is the main thing. I've got over there, I've got like a bauxite mine, which reminds me, what I'm gonna do is grab some coal, because I just remembered that my bauxite truck I made a mistake, and some turbo fuel some fuel got mixed in. I've got the in-game music playing, and I did test the audio levels beforehand, so it should be coming out okay. I normally listen to my own music, but I thought for the purposes of this video the in-game music would be appropriate, and it's not too loud as it is. So let's build. I should be able to build one of these. Oh, I forgot modular frames. Aren't I a clever boy? I can probably build a truck or something. No, I can't. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll do it later. Let's take the hypertube back. So currently I'm working on building supercomputers, and I'm nearly there. It's tricky because my man Greeny, shout out to Greeny, check out his website for this game, his tools website. It's satisfactory.greeny.dev. That's GREENY. He made a brilliant tool, web-based, browser-based tool, to help you design your factories. So like you can say, like, I want to build supercomputers at 10 a minute, and it will tell you exactly, the numbers, how many of X building do you need, and so on. And it visualizes it in a nice chart as well, using some kind of JavaScript library. Really cool. But because Update 3 added so much, seriously, it was a huge update. What with the pipes and the byproducts especially, he's having to rewrite it from scratch, I think, in order to support it, and he hasn't finished that yet. So, and I have to say I was relying on his tool quite a bit, because I didn't want to do all the number crunching myself. I wanted to play the game. And yes, I made notes and notes on paper and scribbled these things out, but when you're designing like a factory to build lots of turbo motors or supercomputers, for instance, it gets quite complex quite quickly, and yeah, Greeny's tool was invaluable for me. I think the tool on satisfactory-calculator.com does support Update 3, but I don't like it. Aesthetically, it just, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to persevere with it. But compared to Greeny's, just seems better to me. It might just be a case of what I'm used to. What else can I show you? There's not really much. Oh yeah, I'll show you another thing that I was working on just before I stopped playing in Update 2. Was I sort of massively expanded the foundations in my base. And the floor below this one, is like forest, and I want to preserve this so that in my factory there's basically a floor or two dedicated to the natural world. And I got this mod installed called decoration. I can actually add trees and stuff direct from the game files. So I'm going to use this space for a bit of creativity, and I think the natural aspect of this game, natural world aspect of this game, is really cool. So so I cleared space, built a bunch of foundations, and so the floor above this one is my smelting floor. Built a bunch of like these are rows of 26 smelters, which is what you need for Mark V belts. And then so it sends it west, splits it to the smelters, and then the ingots that they make get sent back. And for now I'm just dumping them into containers, and also dumping them into the sinks. Sinks only accept 600 a minute for now for some reason, which I think is an oversight, because it says that you're supposed to accept them as fast as you can, but they don't. And then I can take these ingots out of the... I've got a few sort of semi-automated setups at the moment, so now and then I just like grab a load of ingots and dump them into a storage container whilst I work on a proper design. So you can see if I hop into this cart, this thing is pretty big. There's 2 rows of iron, one of copper, and then I'm building another one for Caterium. And I think I'll do another line for copper because I've got 2 copper nodes near me, possibly 3, so this might end up going this way quite quickly. So this is going to be my smelting floor, and then the floor above will be like constructors, possibly some assemblers too. And then the floor above that will be manufacturers that will pump out the supercomputers. I like building like in the lines like this because when I do a new playthrough, like I want to be as efficient as possible as per fix-it policy. And I think a nice way of doing that is to build in rows like this using manifolds, which I vastly prefer to balancers for various reasons. And then when you get new belt upgrades, you can just build outwards and then send the new stuff back, you know. So like I think this design that I've come up with for a factory will be it'll really pay off, I think. I normally set a stopwatch when I record videos to see how long, and I just realised I've forgotten to start, so I have no idea how long this video is. I normally try and keep them to like 20-30 minutes. Well, the thing I was going to do was go exploring, because I wanted to get some more hard drives and look for get some more hard drives and see if I can, before I build supercomputers, there's some other alternate recipes that I'm curious about. I know alternate recipes have been changed a lot in Update 3 as well. Yeah. So yep, that's what I was going to do beforehand. Let's just see how many supercomputers I've got. This is my sort of semi-automated setup. Great, I was going to bring 7 of these with me because I think there's a hard drive, a drop pod somewhere, and you need 7 supercomputers to unlock it, so I think I'm ready to go, because I tried to prepare as much as possible, but no. Another temporary setup that I built over here. Oh yes, and talking about Update 3, I just realised I forgot. The other main thing that it did was revamp the dune desert. So this way, east, you can see it over here, these things weren't here before. That's the dune desert. And that's a new starting spawn now, so if you start a new game you've got 4 starting locations and not 3. And it's got quite a lot of resources there, I think. But the idea is that much like the grasslands, there's lots of open space for you to build on. You'll need like the new pillars to, well, you don't need them, but you probably want to use them in some way, so that you can, you know, build your first sort of floating platform and start building, because obviously they're dunes and they roll up and down a bit, it's not quite flat. Yeah, you can see over here, this is my 2 Caterium nodes. There's one there and then another miner down there, and I'm currently trucking in Caterium via tractor, coal via tractor, and bauxite way over there by truck. You can see it, that was just, yeah, that's a tractor just there. Let's zoom in on him, because after a while he'll head out. A lot of people don't like the vehicles in this game, but I think it's I just think it's great. Like, driving a route, recording it, setting up the truck stations, and enabling autopilot. It's just neat. I've never done that in another game before. Oh, I built that little bit of foundation there because there's a rock. Well, you can see now it's teleporting. After it gets away from the player a certain distance, it just teleports between the nodes. Right. You know what? I was going to build the Explorer and head off to try and find some hard drives, but... Well, we'll do that, but I won't show it to you. I'll be back soon with another episode. And I'm trying to work on another project as well. Something a bit grander. And by that I mean I'm actually intending to learn video editing for the first time, so... It might never happen. But I certainly want it to happen. I've already started recording footage for it. And then I've just got to do voiceover and edit it together. Anyway, that should come later. Now I think I've got everything I need. Because I was preparing for this for some time. Get rid of that coal now, I don't need that. That's just taking up space. Yep, looks like I'm good to go. Blah blah blah. The beacon's there. Got my weapons. Oh, and before I go, I am playing with some mods. Good old mods. So one thing I've built is this Mark II rifle. Which you need like 50 supercomputers to research. Unfortunately I had saved 50 supercomputers to just in case. And this increases the damage and the fire rate. So yeah. It's rather wonderful. And now I just realised that I forgot to put cartridges and obelisks in my inventory before going out travelling. So there we go. Just as well I did that. Otherwise I'd have had to come back. So yeah, it adds that. It also adds a Mark II jetpack, which I think I just built. Oh no, I haven't built it. I've unlocked it, but I haven't built it yet because it requires supercomputers. And I'm still making them. Man, I've learned so much in this playthrough. And the one before that, but mostly in this one. So there will come a time when I'll get bored of this world. Oh, there's a lizard doggo. There'll come a time when I get bored of this, not this world, but this playthrough. And I think I'll start again, and I'll either start again here, or I'll start again in the Dune Desert. But possibly I don't know, maybe the Dune Desert because it's new, but maybe here because it's familiar and because, yeah, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Anyway, let's go down and build this Explorer. Pretty sure I've got everything now. We'll take the hypertube. Just so much quicker than going up and down these platforms. I'll give you a little look up. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Just beautiful. Another thing Update 3 added is these wall power poles, which have the same Mark II and Mark III levels as the regular power poles, and they make... Oh, it's so nice. A mod did this before, back in Update 2, but now it's actually in the vanilla game, and it's just so nice. I haven't done this quite how I want it to. Like, I think I'm going to do like one like main up and down, like it is here, and then branch all the rest off from that, and that way if I ever need to cut power to an entire floor, I can do. So let's build this Explorer. Oh, that's alright. That's just because they're in there. Have some fuel. And there we go, I'm ready to go. So, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. I really like it when people leave comments on my YouTube videos. It's just always nice to read what you guys think. Whether you got any suggestions or feedback, or if you think my base is shit, just, you know, let me know. Alright, I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching.